But Johari, the new gorilla, is getting a rather hot welcome to Calgary.
Yes.
But there will be some relief for animals and people soon.
Yes, exactly. Heat warning still in place for many communities, Calgary included, but you will notice a big difference in Calgary by tomorrow as we drop down to the 20s, mid-20s. So still hot, not as hot. Okay, near Drayton Valley, closer to Drayton Valley, you can see that little red square there. That's where there is actually a tornado warning in place. Very serious weather happening in parts of central Alberta right now because rotation is possible and likely happening in these areas, in addition to large size hail and very strong wind gusts. So definitely that's where we have the most dangerous weather at this point. Further to the south, down the QE2, it starts to improve as you get further south. But I will say this, there is the risk of thunderstorm activity even in southern Alberta for today. It just likely won't reach as severe levels as they're seeing in central Alberta. 30 degrees, wow, is the temperature right now in the city. Your 24-hour forecast is brought to you by Fifth Avenue Volkswagen, where you can win your ride. See dealer for details or visit fifthavenuevw.com. And looking at those next 24 hours, the risk of thunderstorms here, non-severe most likely, and then we have the risk of thunderstorms returning once again in the afternoon tomorrow, but a high of 24 expected for tomorrow is quite a difference. Ian?
And those life-saving experts are in the right place to cool off, that's for sure. It's been pretty hot today.
What a cool job, too.
Yeah, good for them.
Especially when it hits 30. As you're saying. So the story in the south is, yes, we have the risk of thunderstorms and the heat. And for central Alberta, they're dealing with more active weather because really all the ingredients are in place there for even rotation and tornadic activity, which is what's happening in some communities. And we'll get to that in just a second. Checking out what's happening in and around the city. Downtown, we're at 28. At the airport, we're at 30. Bragg Creek is at 28. Irricana, 22, and Strathmore 30. And yeah, if you can handle the heat, what a great day for golfing. Get your daily dose of greens at Serenity Golf Club, just 20 minutes east of Calgary. Okay, bigger picture here on temperature. And well, this is the corner with the most heat right now. 35 in Medicine Hat, 33 in Milk River, 30 though still in Calgary, and 23 in Rocky Mountain House. So you can see temperatures are starting to cool. We'll definitely notice a difference by tomorrow in most communities because the weather pattern is switching. So this ridge of high pressure will start to make its way out. It'll still be hot, but it'll be more reasonably hot than what we've been getting over the past couple of days. For the further south, though, especially the southeast corner, you'll likely hold on to a lot of the heat even through tomorrow before you notice as much of a difference. Okay, so first we'll start off with the heat warning, and that's in the red here. So foremost, Manyberries, Medicine Hat, Brooks, Champion, Vulcan, Calgary, yes, is still included in this, and then up through Lloydminster. So these areas are under the heat warning at this point. This heat warning will be dropped likely tonight. I'm going to actually pop that out so we can talk about where we're seeing, and we have the potential of seeing the more severe storms, and that's basically just to the north of Calgary. So Airdrie and up. Olds, right now we have a severe thunderstorm warning in place because these areas are getting some cells tracking through that are likely producing that larger size hail and stronger wind gusts. And then further to the north here, where we're seeing the worst weather of all of it, close to Drayton Valley, right there, the tornado warning that's in place because there are reports that we're starting to get the rotation there. And this entire red block here is on a tornado watch just to the east of Edmonton and around the Drayton Valley area. So there's a lot going on, and that's because we have the heat, and especially along that dry line there, we have all the ingredients in place where it's dry air meeting the more moist air, and we have more thunderstorm activity, a more serious thunderstorm activity here. Again, further to the south, we still have the potential, and in fact, we had a little brief one push through parts of Calgary, and you can see some tracking up to the north here. So this is the potential here, but less likely we're going to see that larger size hail in the south end or those stronger wind gusts. And we have the potential of even some isolated showers up till 11 o'clock tonight. Then tomorrow should be mainly calm, but by 2 in the afternoon, even in Calgary, the potential for thunderstorm activity once again. And by Friday night and through Saturday, much cooler and rainier. And you can see that on the longer range forecast here. 24 for tomorrow, so about 6 degrees cooler tomorrow. Late day thunderstorms possible, especially by 2 in the afternoon. We could see that. And then Friday, nice day. Showers carrying into Saturday, about 5 millimeters expected. And by Saturday, just a high of 19.
Lots of heat today, Danielle, but not quite record heat.
Not quite record heat. Let me show you. We got to 30.9 today. The record is 33.3. I mean, that's close enough, right? For everybody? It's hot, basically. More reasonable heat tomorrow, 24. By 2 in the afternoon, we get into the risk of thunderstorms. Beautiful for Stampede Parade Day Friday, and then rain for Saturday. Ian?
Well, it was a scorcher today. Danielle has our first peek of the forecast. It's still hot out there tonight.
It's still hot right now. I will say, though, that the little bit of a breeze that has started to kick in, that helps a little bit. Shade, as I'm standing in right now, that helps as well. And tomorrow, it's a different day. Tomorrow, we'll get some relief, especially in the city of Calgary. Some other communities will still be dealing with heat a little bit longer. But you'll notice the heat warning drop for Calgary fairly soon as we drop into the 20s for tomorrow. But you can see all the areas in red here under a heat warning. The other areas in yellow and in orange, that's more of the severe thunderstorm issue. And we'll talk a little bit about that later. But at this point, what are we sitting at? Still 30 degrees. As we go into tomorrow, though, we have the potential for thunderstorms again later in the day, but most of the day will be nice. By 2 in the afternoon, the risk of thunderstorms, and tomorrow, more reasonable high of 24 degrees. More details coming up, Tara.
Thank you, Danielle. And probably the extreme heat isn't helping. It's very rare that at 6:30 practically we'd still be at 30 degrees.
Yeah, exactly. That's really been our story, especially in the south end of the province. The extreme heat, you have noticed it yesterday, you noticed it today. Now we're going to start to notice some relief here in Calgary by tomorrow, but it will take some time for things to cool down, an extra day for things to cool down in the southeast. Just a quick look at current temperatures. It's 28 right now in Calgary and still well into the 30s. Drumheller, Brooks, Milk River, and Medicine Hat. Lethbridge cooled down a little bit to 22, only because a thunderstorm passed through the area, but they'll be bouncing back up, and we're in the 30s earlier. Okay, so this is basically the upper level trend that we've been under, this ridge of high pressure, and this is going to start to make its way out. But as you can see, even for tomorrow, it will still be in that southeast corner, which is why they're going to be able to hold on to the heat there. But here in Calgary, we'll drop into those mid-20s. So this will also drop, this heat warning that's in place right now for Calgary. Again, it'll take an extra day for it to likely drop further off to the southeast. But at this point, Medicine Hat, really foremost, many berries up through Medicine Hat, Brooks, Champion, Vulcan, over into Calgary, and then up Lloydminster. This area is under the heat warning still. And then in the yellow here and in the orange, these are severe thunderstorm watches. And then in the orange, the warnings. This is where we're getting the worst weather. And even earlier, there was a tornado warning in place because likely there was some development. So this possibility of rotation in this area, which is why in this red, this is a tornado watch in place. So a lot going on here, more dangerous weather here, but tracking down, yes, still we have some active weather. And just passing over the QE2, some cells were producing some larger size hail as well. So I'm going to do a little dance around and show you what's happening. For Calgary, we had a couple brief, very, very small thunderstorms that pushed through parts of the city about an hour ago. And then there's still some development off to the west. So while it's pretty quiet in the city right now, we have the potential of isolated showers and non-severe thunderstorms up until about 11 o'clock tonight. Check out these cells that rolled through and past the QE2. So this is where one of those bullseye area for these cells. Some of these still producing hail heading over to Trochu, Three Hills, so heads up there. And then we look further south. This one less severe, but it looks like it may even be producing a little bit of hail. And right now, just to the north, the core of the cell, just to the north of Lomond, and tracking up. So Bassano, you may see some of that as well soon. So it's a busy day. The further south you go, the less busy it is and the less severe it is. And the same idea goes for tomorrow. There is the potential tomorrow. We'll start off with sunshine, but by 2 in the afternoon, Calgary up the QE2 and off to the east, we have the potential for showers and thunderstorm activity once again. Friday looks quiet, but Friday night and through Saturday, we are looking at rain, which will be heavy at times, and this will also help drop our temperatures and give us some relief from the heat. This is your Action Furnace 5-day forecast. 24 is our high for tomorrow, so more reasonable heat. 21 for Friday. Friday night and through Saturday, we'll likely pick up about 5 millimeters of rain, and by Saturday, just a high of 19. Tara?
The event is free, and it will feature some of the music that will be played on their European tour. We've posted more information about it on our website. That's very impressive, I have to say.
And free.
Yeah. Okay, well, we're kicking things off with an utterly adorable encounter from Vancouver Island. a sassy little sea otter there, and he likes hitching rides with kayakers. He just swims alongside them. Sometimes he tries to grab the oar. They're getting to know him. They've seen him on surfboards and paddle boards. He's even seen napping on a fishing boat, so he's obviously not afraid of people.
Quite a bit bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
And lazy. Just lazy.
And lazy. It's like, I want to go over there. If you're going over there, I'm hitching a ride. Exactly.
And just wants to cuddle.
Well, sticking with wildlife, there's a first time for everything. Okay, this little paddler is an orphaned raccoon learning to live his best new life with his new family, which includes a couple of dogs. So he's been camping, and now he's swimming like a pro.
Oh,
probably the dogs taught him how to doggy paddle, and now he's right in there.
He's cute now, but just wait.
Wait till he steals all your food with his little raccoon hands.
Those cute little hands.
But he could probably scratch the dogs, too, with his little raccoon hands. Well, finally, a toy that is the cat's meow. Okay, I didn't choose this music. That was attached to the video.
I thought you were working on that all day.
I know. This kitty's concentrating very hard on fun and work at the same time. So they move the ball, and then that's how the bubbles are blown.
The funny thing is the other cat couldn't give a...
No. Content to watch. Let this guy do all the work. Good exercise, I suppose.
He's like, I guess I'll watch this show.
Yeah. Weird show, but I got nothing better to do, so I guess I'll just stick around. No problem. Still to come, Bombardier announced a big deal today.
All right, your Skywatch weather camera. In Calgary, we had a couple little brief non-severe thunderstorms push through about 2 hours ago. It's pretty quiet right now. There are isolated showers in parts of the city. We have the potential of showers and thunderstorms up until about 11 o'clock tonight in Calgary, but non-severe for us. Okay, it's 28. Today's high, 30.9, and look at that, the record, 33.3 for this day. So, it's fairly close to breaking a record. And as you know, it's hot out there. But we're going to get some relief. In fact, the heat warnings, which we had more red on this map earlier when we were talking, have now started to be dropped. Calgary's still under it. And then we have, of course, this area still under it because this will still be hot closer to the Saskatchewan border, especially in the southeast corner. Medicine Hat, yes, still under it as well. But now on top of that, there's a severe thunderstorm watch in place. And this is now under a warning because that larger size hail and stronger wind gusts are passing towards the Bassano area. Near Milo, near Lomond. Here's a look at all the cells going on. And let's just jump to that cell right now. And here you go. There it is. So we talked about this in the last weather hit. Just track through mainly Milo, just caught the edge of that, and right towards Bassano. Larger size hail with this. Wind gusts up to 100 kilometers per hour. Lots of lightning, big downpour. Short-lived, but that is something that's on the way there. And you can see what's tracked across the QE2 now into the areas we were talking about, Choshu, Three Hills. Those are producing hail as well. Larger size hail is potential. And then for Calgary, we have nothing going on right now, but we have the potential of non-severe thunderstorms right up until 11 o'clock tonight. All right, for tomorrow, 15 to kick off the day and a high of 24, so more reasonable. And by 2 in the afternoon in Calgary, we do have the potential of thunderstorm activity. 26 for Kelowna. You're looking at 19 in Edmonton with showers, and along that QE2 and through Calgary and off to the east, the potential for thunderstorms once again by 2 in the afternoon. Hot and sunny, Lethbridge and Medicine Hat.
Mackenzie's calling it a career after 48 years in the media, most notably for TSN. He was honored Tuesday at the end of the NHL Free Agent Frenzy Special with a silver hockey stick presented by members of the RCMP, and he set the standard for many sportscasters here in Canada.
Sure did, absolutely. Congrats to him on his retirement.
Congratulations.
And quite a nice blazer, too.
Snazzy. Pretty nice night out there. In some places.
You know, do you like the heat?
Yes.
You guys, I love it as well. So it's great weather for us. If you like more reasonable heat, then that's tomorrow for you because 24 degrees will be the high. We do have the risk of thunderstorms by about 2 in the afternoon. Bright for Friday and even cooler at 21. And then Friday night in through Saturday, rainfall will help really cool things down to 19 and will likely pick up about 5 millimeters of rain by then. Okay, weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Ron Jeffrey sent this in Stanley Park. I believe yesterday. These people know how to do it right, don't they?
That's a good day. Thanks for your company tonight. For breaking news anytime, go to our website.